Alright. Think we're live now. Alright, hello everybody. Today we have a very familiar matchup. In Wanderio, Zylice, both OWC players for Canada. So see these two giants of Canada fight here today for their spot in the semifinals here. Zylice with the 100 roll. Good start. We're gonna get into bans here. Probably looking at Wanderio tapping bans into Zylice, as both players are very familiar with the hidden mod, so gonna clash with that, and most likely just probably no mod 5 DT2 ban from Wanderio, as tapping is not in the DT3 this week. Hidden 3 ban on that hidden alt map, I think, this week. Wanderio with that no mod 5 ban as expected. Probably looking at something like a hidden 2 ban for Zylice as the second ban. Maybe even that Nomad 6 actually, as Zylice got pretty gapped on that by Wanderio from his other match. Zylice with that DT3 ban actually is like more of a reading-ish kind of DT, so not gonna ban one of the reading maps here and opting for that DT3, and Wanderio with that DT2 ban as expected. Wanderio with that first pick, probably gonna look for something like reading, as Wanderio is pretty familiar with the hitting, reading stuff. Oh, goes for that Nomad 4, the Techie map. This map is pretty hard this week. It is very much on the harder side. Zylice played me, dropped around 170k. I think Wanderio dropped ish, like 300k something. So pretty big gap there. See if Zylice was able to improve that. We're gonna get started here. Intro is the most important part to hold combo here, so any breaks here on the intro will be very detrimental. Also, that act drop will be also very important. Both players starting pretty strong though, so not any letdowns here on the intro. Are gonna get into the drop very soon here. Both players holding on to the same accuracy here, so it is pretty much dead even. Alright, gonna get it started here into the harder part. See if any players will break on the very start of the hard part. And Wanderio is the first one to break, but big fucking note lock from Zylice here. He's gonna drop the score by 20k here, and both players are holding the combo now. Wanderio with that 2% act lead though is gonna do a lot of damage here, as both players have the same combo here. Both players are still holding on here. Nobody to break yet. Getting into the bigger sliders here. Zylice, the first one to break, is gonna be really big, as this is the free combo here. Wanderio is building the big lead here. Oh, Wanderio with the big note lock. Zylice taking that lead with that combo is just gonna be that first break point for Zylice here. Yeah, just not much Wanderio can do here. Big breaks from Zylice, but it's just not enough time here for Wanderio to even try to claw this back. Gonna be starting off for a break point for Zylice here. Very, very detrimental for Wanderio here. Zylice going for that DT1. Both players are pretty well-rounded on mechanics, so pretty dead even pick here, I'd say. I would say this DT1 is a bigger on the speed side. There's a lot of like bursts and stuff, so I can see the vision here. Could go either way though. Gonna get it started now. Very generic DT1 hybrid. A lot of aim, a lot of bursts. So let's get it started. Ooh, early break from Wanderio here, showing that he is not as comfortable as Zylice on this map right now. It's gonna be pretty big on the early, as the combo is pretty easy to hold here on this intro. And the accuracy is very much struggling for Wanderio here. Yeah, for now, as long as Zylice holds here, especially with this axe lead, it's gonna be very bad for Wanderio, as he is on that recovery combo, but down this much accuracy is very bad here, especially on the intro. The combo is easier. We're gonna get into a harder part here. The jumps are more intense and the bursts are getting harder now. Both players to hold on to that big jump section there. Still holding on now. Wanderio is holding on pretty well to his recovery combo, but Zylice is building up to that 99 with this full combo right now. Not what you want to see here for Wanderio. Wanderio is hoping for a break from Zylice sometime soon here, as it's gonna start getting out of hand, snowballing Zylice's way. As we're getting into another free-ish combo part, Zylice is hitting that 99, and a 2% act lead for Zylice, and that 200 combo lead is gonna be so damaging here. And both players to break, but that's not what you want for Wanderio. You want Wanderio to hold there, and Zylice is just benefiting off of that, as both players break on the same spot. There is nothing Wanderio can do, as time is running out, and Zylice is still holding on to the combo with Wanderio here. There's just not much you can do here. 1.5% act lead here, and like that combo is just the same. You can't do anything. Zylice does break, giving some hope for Wanderio, but time is running short here, and he just does break there, and that is it. That is going to seal the deal here, and Zylice is going to convert the break point here. Gonna have to see Wanderio get that point and be able to get a break point going here and convert it again. and able to claw back this lead as Zylice runs with a 2-0 lead right now. Yeah, Wanderio going straight to the reading map as he did do way better than Zylice, but Zylice did have a lot of time to practice this map and saw Wanderio's score, so he does have an idea of what to sort of beat here, and Wanderio also could have improved the score, but Zylice will definitely have practiced this. I think this was in OWC this year, so they both did play this map, so they're very familiar with this map. Let's see how this goes. Sorry here. Somebody asked for you to turn up the game audio, perhaps? Yeah, rough start for Zylice here. Both players very similar in ACK. Okay, Wanderio, big recovery here. Holding out to that 95, a big combo. Gonna run away with the lead a little bit, but it is pretty much still even right now. Any break will do a lot of damage. Alright, both players still hold on to that part. Going to the next part here. Zylice is down 2% accuracy here. Gonna do a lot of damage, especially on a reading map where stuff isn't super nice to you. Wanderio building up 60k and more here, especially with the 100 combo lead and that 2% act. Gonna get to the harder part here. Both players are still holding on. Wanderio still holding on to that full combo, and Zylice does break. Wanderio's gonna run away with the lead now, 100k in building. Holds on to the hard part. Oh, finally breaks. Big misread, but Zylice trades it right back. I think that is gonna low-key seal the deal here. Yeah, and Zylice breaks again. There is not much Zylice can do here, unless Wanderio is to completely misread the rest of the map here. It is very much in Wanderio's hands here to take this map. And take his point home, and is gonna look for that breakpoint here. Yeah, very convincing point here for Wanderio. What you want to see on your own pick. Very unfortunate on that no mod 4, but it happens. What can you do? Let's see what Zylice will go for here. Perhaps I'm going for more mechanical pick here on that no mod 2. Ooh, Zylice actually going for a reading pick after that. It's gonna both reading players, so this is something here. Both players being very comfortable with reading on hidden. So this could go either way, honestly. I actually I didn't take a look at the hidden too, as I banned it, so I have no clue what this map looks like. Oh, not a good start by Zylice saying this is an anti-hidden 2 for me, so we'll see how this goes. 288 BPM, so perhaps more of an altish kind of map here for a hidden 2. It seems like that. Pretty good start for Wanderio here. Still holding on to that 100%. Big act drop from Zylice. Big breaks. Zylice just misreading the intro completely here. Wanderio saying this is an anti-hidden 2. We are just lying. As well, Zylice is struggling to read this right now. Falling behind, and Zylice is still holding on to that 99.6 right now. This is exactly what you want to see here for Wanderio. Dropping that breakpoint, being able to catch it back. Wanderio now, ooh, does misread, but the damage is done here. 5% act lead, and Zylice is very much behind right now. Both players are recovering after those breaks, and Zylice does have that combo lead now. It's going to start shifting towards him slowly as Wanderio drops accuracy a little bit, but is still on that recovery combo. Slower section here, both players to hold on to that combo. It's going to be very detrimental if Zylice is to break here. But it is what Wanderio is hoping for here on this, to take this breakpoint home. Big misread from both players, but both players are able to hold, and Wanderio does break earlier, so that is going to be shifting to Zylice now on his own pick. Leaderboards are shown, both players know what is going on now. Zylice with that big lead on his own thing here. Yeah, Zylice to hold on to that 600 combo now is just gonna be very much over for Wanderio here. Not much you can do, as he is hoping for a Zylice break sometime soon, but I don't think there's enough time now. Yeah, that is gonna seal the deal here, and Zylice is gonna be able to take his point completely fine. Running up 3-1 right now. As the lower seed here in this matchup, but I wouldn't say the seed is showing what these players are capable of. Both players being the OWC star players for Canada. Yeah, rough on the act for Zylice, but is combo gaming here, so what can you do? Oh, it does break. Whiff. Gonna finish out that 500k perhaps, though. Maybe not, actually. We just dropped all of our combo. Okay, maybe. We are still dropping score, actually. Yeah, never mind. No 500k for Zylice. 491k to finish. Big difference here on this hidden 2. Losing out on that Nomad 6 gimmick pick, but completely beating Wanderio on this hidden 2. Wanderio going for that Hard Rock 2 here. Accidentally typing hidden 2. Maybe we want to play it again. That was unfortunate. Alright, we're getting a Dreadnought here. I think most people know this song as that DT3 for OWC this year in the finals, I think. 300 BPM. This is 200 BPM, it is only Hard Rock. Normal CS, CS 6.5, 3 minutes long. Pretty standard Hard Rock 2. Alright, let's get it started here. Wanderio cannot drop this breakpoint once again, as Zylice does have the lead. Early break from Zylice here. Wanderio's to still hold on to the SS right now. Holding on to that fast slider. Both players speed the leaderboard for a little bit here. Both players holding on pretty well. Just Zylice with that big break on the intro here, dropping 4% AC. Zylice, or Wanderio with the first drop on the accuracy, but still holding on to that full combo. On the slower section here. Both players holding on. Gonna get into the first KI now. Both players are still holding on to this KI here. Wanderio has to hold here, as he does have that combo lead and that big accuracy lead, which will do a lot of damage. In the long run, and Zylice does break. And now this is going to be very dire for Zylice, as he is down 2% accuracy here, and Wanderio has the combo. 99.2 here for Wanderio. Zylice sees what is going on. Wanderio with that full combo right now. Gonna hope for a break from him. But Wanderio is holding on strong. Almost misreads that. And Zylice does break again. It is 100k lead for Wanderio now in building. Lead is approaching that 200k now, and it's getting scary for Zylice, as Wanderio is still holding on to the FC. 3/4 into the map. And this map seems to not have a lot of like combo density, so this is very much out of bounds for Zylice to come back now. Wanderio does break, but I don't think there is even enough time for Zylice to come back here. Unless Wanderio is to break again, and Zylice does just break again, and I think that will do it. Very strong score here for Wanderio, looking to close out that 600k. Perhaps even go for that 700k here. Does break again, actually. So gonna close out that 600k. 350k for Zylice here. Not a bad score, but just not able to match Wanderio's score here. Very, very good score. Big slider there. That will be it for Hard Rock 2. Wanderio to take his own point again, but Zylice is still up that breakpoint. No more reading picks, no tapping picks left. Actually, there is no mod 2 on that tree map, so perhaps looking at a Zylice no mod 2 here, or even no mod 1 with those space streams and big bursts at 230 BPM. So likely no mod 1 or no mod 2 here for Zylice. I would think no mod 2, as no mod 1 is aim, and Wanderio is very known to be an aim player here. So Zylice with the no mod 2, as said. Tree map, very, very flow aim heavy. It is sort of tapping heavy in a way, so could be a little bit of Zylice favored, but both players are able to play this. What's up, Runny Sunny? What's up for you? It looks like we're getting it started now. This could go either way. 205 BPM, so as I said, a little bit tapping heavy. Let's see what Zylice is able to do here on his own pick. Let's see if we can FC perhaps, or if Wanderio is able to take that breakpoint back, which is needed here, as Zylice is up 1. And the TB is speed. We don't want that. Pretty similar starts for both players here. Map doesn't get super hard on the intro, but it is still pretty heavy here. So, but Zylice does get that early break here on his own pick. It's gonna do a bit of damage. Doesn't drop axe, so it's not gonna be super bad for him, but it is a break. Especially on a no mod 2 like this, you don't want to break, as we get into the free combo now. Both players holding on to this little bit of an easier aim here. Nobody to break here on this free combo, which would do a lot of damage. Gonna start getting a little bit more tapping heavy, and the flow aim is gonna intensify. Gonna get into the repeats here. And then we're gonna get started onto the big stream here. This will be the decider, and Wanderio does break and Zylice does trade it. So it is now in Wanderio's side here. It is Wanderio's to take if he is able to hold on to the combo and match Zylice. Wanderio does get a big break there, and Zylice is still holding on to that combo. Not what you want to see. Wanderio does have a big leeway in that score lead, but he's gonna have to hope for Zylice to break. And it does not look like Zylice is going to budge here. We need to see a Zylice break here for Wanderio to be able to take this pick. And the score lead is running it down now. Time is running short. There is enough time for Zylice to come back here, especially if Wanderio is to break. Both players are still holding on to these doubles. The score lead is slowly shifting to Wanderio. Wanderio does get a big break, but Zylice turns it right back. Wanderio has to hold. Wanderio has to hold, or it will shift. Both players to hold on. It's the slow section now. You can't drop accuracy, Wanderio. You have to hold. Wanderio to take back that breakpoint in the nail biter. 2,000 and something score here. How close was that? 2,035 points for Wanderio. Converting that and taking that breakpoint back. Wow, that was something. All right, let's see if Wanderio is able to convert that breakpoint back here to take back the lead for the first time in this match here. I'd say Wanderio probably looking for something like that Nomad 1 or perhaps Hard Rock 1, as Zylice did ban that last match against me. I think Wanderio will SS this Hard Rock 3 on Towns' life, as he just said in the VC. Right, we're getting started here on this Hard Rock 3. Alright, Zylice, what can you do here? You dropped your breakpoint that you had early in the match. Are you able to claw this back here? On Wanderio's pick once again. Rough start from Zylice here. But it happens. Hard Rock alt. Ice Cult. So pretty standard alt map here. A little bit of act drop for Wanderio now, but Zylice is down that big accuracy. Not gonna do a lot of damage as both players are still full comboing. Pretty chill part here, so not expecting a break from player. As I say that, Zylice just breaks on literal air for no reason at all, and so does Wanderio for zero reason at all. Both players traded their breaks, but Wanderio does have that act lead, but Zylice with that 30 combo lead is going to do a bit of damage, but is down to accuracy, so it's going to be a pretty even here. The ult is going to intensify here. Let's see if both players are able to hold on, and Zylice does break there, and Wanderio is going to start building. Never mind, he's just going to break again. Zylice with the 40 combo lead. Oh, 90 combo lead now, as Wanderio does get a big break there. Zylice is going to start building that combo lead now. Score lead is shifting to his side slowly, as he does still have the lower act here in this matchup. Not what you want to see here for Wanderio's pick once again. Hoping for another Wanderio recovery here. Both players to hold on right now on the easier part of the map. Leaderboard check. Both players see that we have combo and is pretty much dead even right now. Both players are still holding on, but the lead is still going to stay on Wanderio's side for now just because of the accuracy, but it is slowly going to Zylice now. It is very, very close right now. Any break will just completely shift the score lead to each side. And Zylice is going to take the lead for the first time in this map here. Wanderio does just get a big break going, and it's looking like it's going to be another breakpoint here. As Wanderio gets the breakpoint back, but Zylice just gets it right back on his own pick again. And Wanderio breaks once again, and I think that's it. There's not enough time. It's over. Zylice is going to take the breakpoint right back that he lost on the No Mod 2. Yeah, that is it. Zylice does break, but the map is over here. 100k lead here for Zylice on Wanderio's pick. Taking the breakpoint right back. I don't see what Zylice will pick here. Perhaps gonna go for that No Mod 3, as he did outscore Wanderio on it. Yeah, pretty rough here for Wanderio. Taking that breakpoint back and just giving it right back to Zylice is gonna do a lot of damage here for him. Yeah, I think looking for probably a Nomad 3 here, especially after winning that alt pick. You probably just go for the Nomad 3, as it's a given. You won the Hard Rock alt, you perhaps win the Nomad 3, as you did outscore him last match as well. So probably looking at that. Yeah, going straight to that Nomad 3, as expected. Alt, won the alt pick. Let's go another alt pick here. I would say this Nomad 3 is pretty, I'd say, aim heavy, I'd say. So, very single tappable. I'd say this is not super alt in a way, but it is, it could go either way. I would say Zylice does have a pretty good chance here to convert this breakpoint once again. No early lyrics for the players here. A little bit of an act drop for Zylice, but not like detrimental, as Wanderio does just drop again there. Say the first like 500-ish combo, 400 combo is pretty easy in this map. Any breaks will do a lot of damage. Gap pattern is the first hardest part of the map. Gonna get into the Ki soon. Both players to hold on here to the slow sliders now. Getting into the drop. Big slider, and then getting into the big drop here. Big act drop from Wanderio. Big act drop from Zylice as well. Trading right back. Both players to hold on right now. Holding onto the triples, holding onto the sliders. Act lead is on Wanderio's side, as both players are FCing, and Zylice just breaks on nothing. And Wanderio's gonna just break again, I guess, man. Okay, it is dead even now. Act lead for Wanderio is pretty big here, but the combo lead is on Zylice's side here with the 140 combo. Up 50 combo here on Wanderio is going to be important and vital here on his own pick, as he is down to accuracy. Both players are going to see that leaderboard, and now we see that both players have dropped, so a little bit of weight off their shoulders, but Wanderio now knows that he is down combo, and Zylice is up combo here. Big spin there for Zylice. Gonna take back the lead a little bit now. Both players are building combo now and building that accuracy back up, as we're gonna get into a little bit of a hardish part now again, once again. Slow down here into the build-up. Nobody to break here on the big slider, holding on. Gonna get into the harder part again. Little bit of a big burst once again. Nobody to break there. Getting into the hardest of the aim part. Both players to hold on to these big sliders. Wanderio to break though. And I think that is cooked. It's cooked. Zylice is still holding on now. Yeah, running away with the lead now. This is pretty bad here for Zylice. Yo, it is so laggy, holy shit. Alright, Wanderio knows that he can claw this back here, as Zylice did break. But he is gonna have to hold on to the rest of the map in FC. 37k? Wanderio, can you do it? Can you claw it back? And you just broke. Okay, that's gonna be it now. Nice try. Zylice is gonna go up 5-3 and gonna guarantee that tiebreaker on that match point. Does break, but that's it for Wanderio. Not gonna be able to claw this back. Nice try. It was close, it was close. Wanderio going for that hidden one. Both players are very familiar with hidden, so it's gonna be a pretty similar matchup here on this hidden one. This hidden one is like super easy compared to the rest of the pool though, so perhaps looking at a very close matchup here on it. Let's see if Wanderio is able to claw this back, down 3-5 here as the higher seed. There's nothing happening, bro. It's dead even right now. They have the same accuracy right now. Okay, Wanderio does drop a lot of act there. Alright, dead even right now. Gonna get into the harder part very soon here. Yeah, I'm not expecting breaks on any of these parts as this map is really easy. But we'll see here. Alright, get into the jump section here. Both players to hold on. Wanderio with a little bit of an act drop here with the 50 and the 100. Zylice still holding on to that 99.5. We're gonna get into the more than intense aim. Not really intense, but the harder part of the map. Both players... Oh, never mind. Wanderio just breaks. Yeah, that is very, very bad for Wanderio here. As Zylice is gonna start building that score lead now, slowly and surely, as he has that act lead and the combo lead now. And Wanderio breaks once again. Wanderio is to pray here for a Zylice break sometime soon here on this build up here, cooldown. Zylice to break though. That is what you need for Wanderio. Wanderio needs to hold now. Wanderio is holding. If Zylice breaks once again, it will help Wanderio a lot here. Wanderio to drop the score lead now. It is building towards his side now. Slowly but surely, as both players' accuracies are very close to each other. Wanderio to hold on to that. What you need here, down to 50k score lead now for Zylice. Getting this free combo from these sliders now. A little bit of a more free combo here. It's gonna benefit Wanderio as... Ooh, he does get a big act drop going there, but needs to hold on now. If he holds on, he might be able to claw this back. It is pretty hard with the Zylice act. 50k still, as he dropped act because of that. Still hoping for a Zylice break here in order to take your own point here. Score lead is lowering, but very slowly, and there's not a lot of time left. There's not a lot of objective, like, density here. Score lead is shifting. You don't want to drop back, as they will not help you claw this back. And it is lowering, but it's too slow. You need Zylice to break. 40k. Still holding on, but Zylice is not budging. And it's just gonna take this. There is no more time. It is over. Zylice is gonna take this match 6-3 here. Unfortunate for Wanderio as the higher seeding here. A big upset here. But let's say the seedings are very not accurate. Captain of Canada to take this match against his rookie this year. Unfortunate, this is the end of the run for Wanderio, and Zylice is going to move on to the semifinals. Zylice will be facing Orangoose or Bashiman as his first matchup in semifinals. As the seed 4 and 5. Nice try to Wanderio, trying to keep his run alive in NAT. Unfortunate, he had to FF his match against Nice Broccoli. He's gonna go home early in the quarterfinals. And Zylice will move on. Thank you guys for showing up, and cheers.